They told you they hate you. They blocked you. They post pictures like they've moved on. But here's the truth. When someone still feels love, it rarely disappears overnight. Recent research shows that emotional bonds with an ex can linger for years, even when anger or silence hides it. That's why some of their actions don't match their words. I'm a psychology expert who's worked with many people going through heartbreak. In this video, I'll walk you through 8 sneaky signs that your ex may still love you, even if they swear they don't. And stay with me, because the last sign is the most important one, the one that reveals real feelings, not just mixed signals. Sign 1, they show strong, messy emotions, hate, rage, deep sadness. Here's the thing, indifference is the real end of love. When someone still lashes out, cries, or even says cruel things, it often means they're still tied to you emotionally. Psychology research shows that anger and hate are not the opposite of love. They're often love's shadow. Those feelings burn because the bond is still alive underneath. Think about it. If they truly didn't care, they wouldn't waste the energy to fight, accuse, or break down. A slam phone call, a long ranting text, or even tears late at night. All of it signals there's still a piece of their heart that hasn't let go. But here's the warning. Don't mistake intensity for healthy love. Strong emotions can mean they're hurting. The key is to stay calm, keep your dignity, and protect your own peace. Their chaos isn't yours to carry. Sign 2. They run hot and cold with you. 1 week, they ignore your calls, act distant, maybe even say, "I'm done." Then out of nowhere, they reach out with a sweet message, a late-night call, or ask to see you. This push-pull behavior is rarely random. Psychology research shows it often comes from attachment wounds. Someone with an anxious style may crave closeness, then panic and pull away. Someone more avoidant may push you out, only to test if you'll still be there. It's less about cruelty and more about confusion. They're wrestling with feelings they haven't sorted out. Think about it like a broken light switch. On, off, on again. The current is still there. That current is their lingering love. But the wiring is messy. Your job? Don't become the yo-yo. Hold your ground. Be kind but steady. If you chase when they pull, you lose balance. If you stand firm, you give them space to figure out what they really want. Sign 3, they show off on social media or post to look like they're perfectly fine. Right after a breakup, many people suddenly post more selfies, share quotes about moving on, or show off a life that looks brighter than ever. On the surface, it screams, "I'm happy without you." But underneath, it's often a performance. Psychologists call this impression management, shaping how others see us. Studies show that ex-partners sometimes use social media to spark jealousy, prove they're coping, or secretly pull your attention back. Picture this. They've been quiet for weeks, and then right after you stop checking in, they post a big smiling photo with a caption like, "Living my best life." The timing isn't random, it's bait, a digital nudge to see if you'll notice. Here's the truth. If someone is truly healed, they don't need to prove it online. Real peace is quiet. Noise on social media is often a mask for feelings that still run deep. Sign 4. They try to make you jealous on purpose. Maybe they flirt in front of you, tag photos with someone new, or casually drop hints about dates. On the outside, it looks like they've moved on. But in psychology, this behavior is often called jealousy induction. It's a way to test if you still care. Research shows people use jealousy to hold on to power in a relationship or to pull an ex's attention back. It's not always conscious, but it's powerful. Why? Because jealousy creates emotional spikes, and those spikes can feel like proof that love still lingers. Think about it. If they truly didn't care, they wouldn't stage the photo or make sure you saw that story. The fact that they want your reaction tells you your opinion still matters. But here's the danger. Jealousy games are toxic if you play along. If you take the bait, you hand them control over your emotions. The strongest move is not to react. Stay calm, keep your dignity, and let silence be louder than their performance. Sign 5. Their new relationship looks shaky or feels like a rebound. When someone jumps into love right after a breakup, it often isn't about deep connection. It's about filling a hole. Psychology research shows rebound relationships can soothe the pain of loss, but they usually start fast, burn bright, and collapse just as quickly. Notice the pattern. They flood their feed with pictures, overdo the public affection, or make dramatic declarations of love. Then weeks later, the energy fades. Maybe they start checking in on you again, or their new posts feel forced. That sudden rise and crash is a classic rebound curve. Here's the truth. If their new bond was truly stable, they wouldn't need to flaunt it. The constant show is often a cover for emptiness. And when the sparkle wears off, old feelings have a way of creeping back. But here's your reminder. Don't volunteer to be the rebound from their rebound. If they circle back, watch their actions, not their words. Ask, is this genuine, or am I just the comfort zone they miss? Sign 6. They keep old habits and traditions with you. Even after a breakup, some people can't let go of the small rituals. Maybe they still text you goodnight. Maybe they check in on your birthday. Maybe they keep sending you that one meme only the two of you would understand. In psychology, these habits are called behavioral residues, traces of attachment that outlast the relationship itself. They're not random. They're the mind's way of holding on to comfort while pretending to move forward. Think about it. If they really wanted a clean break, those traditions would stop. But when they keep repeating them, it shows there's a thread of connection they're not ready to cut. Here's the catch. Sometimes these habits aren't about love, they're about fear of change. So don't confuse routine with commitment. Notice the pattern, but ask yourself if it's pulling you closer or just keeping you stuck in yesterday. Sign 7. They confide private things with you, or they let their guard down every now and then. Maybe it's a late-night text about how lonely they feel. Maybe it's a quiet phone call when something bad happens. Or maybe they share a memory only you two understand. Psychology tells us that vulnerability is a sign of trust. Even after anger and distance, people rarely open up to someone they fully let go of. When your ex shows you their softer side, it's not just small talk, it's their heart remembering where it once felt safe. Picture this. All day they act cold, but at midnight they whisper, "I can't stop thinking about that trip we took." That's not just nostalgia. That's emotional residue, feelings surfacing when their defenses are low. But here's the key. Don't rush to rescue them. Vulnerability can be real, but it can also be temporary. Offer kindness, but protect your own heart. If the sharing is consistent and gentle, that's when it truly means something. Sign 8, and perhaps the most powerful. Things slowly get better over time. This isn't about grand gestures or sudden confessions. It's in the little shifts. A warmer tone in their messages, fewer sharp words, genuine curiosity about your life, even small efforts to reconnect. Psychology shows that love often lingers quietly, and when someone truly cares, their actions reflect gradual, consistent change rather than fleeting bursts of emotion. Think about it. A text that used to sting now feels kind. A once tense conversation now ends with a smile or laughter. These small but steady improvements aren't coincidences. They're your ex's feelings breaking through subtly but undeniably. Real progress doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, sometimes messy dance between hesitation and hope. But if you notice this steady softening, it's one of the clearest signs that the love beneath the hurt is still very much alive. So there you have it. 8 sneaky signs your ex might still love you, even if they act like they hate you. From messy emotions and push-pull games to small gestures and steady progress, love has a way of showing itself, even when words try to hide it. Remember, noticing these signs isn't about holding on to the past or forcing reconciliation. It's about understanding human behavior, emotions, and the subtle ways the heart speaks when the mind is conflicted. Awareness empowers you to protect your own heart while interpreting theirs. If you found these insights helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more psychology-backed advice on love, relationships, and human behavior. And comment below, which of these signs surprised you the most? Sometimes just sharing your thoughts can reveal even deeper truths about the way we connect.